Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a question that might feel very personal. Have you ever looked at your reflection in the mirror and wondered, where did my strength go? Perhaps you notice that climbing stairs feels heavier than it used to, or that lifting a grocery bag requires more effort. For many people over 60, this slow fading of strength becomes a silent shadow following them. It is not sudden, like a switch being turned off, but gradual, so gradual that most do not even notice until one day they stumble or struggle to stand up from a chair and realize their body is not the same. This condition has a name, sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. And here's the shocking truth. After the age of 60, you can lose up to 3% of your muscle every single year if you do nothing about it. But the good news, the powerful hope is this. You can fight back, you can rebuild, and you can regain the strength you thought was gone forever. Now here is the part most seniors do not realize. The weapon against muscle loss is not expensive powders, it is not complicated supplements, and it is not gym memberships that drain your wallet. The weapon is protein-rich foods. Simple, cheap, everyday foods that are probably already in your kitchen or can be bought for just a few coins. Protein is the building block of muscle. Without it, your body cannot repair, cannot grow, and cannot hold on to the strength that keeps you independent. But with it, miracles happen. Science shows that even seniors in their 70s and 80s who add protein back into their diet can double their strength, reduce falls, and even reverse years of muscle loss. That is the incredible hope I bring to you today. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a man of 72 who feels weak, who tires after walking just a block, who sits most of the day because standing too long hurts his knees. Now imagine that same man 6 months later, walking with confidence, carrying his groceries without fear of dropping them, even playing with his grandchildren on the floor and getting back up with ease. What changed? Not some magical pill, not expensive protein powders, just 7 simple foods eaten regularly that fueled his muscles back to life. These foods are not luxuries, they are not rare, they are cheap, everyday ingredients that any senior can afford. And today, I will reveal them to you. Foods that will not only feed your stomach, but also rebuild your body. Foods that will give you back the independence you deserve. Before I share these foods, let me remind you of something deeply important. Losing muscle is not just about strength. It is about freedom. It is about whether you can rise from bed on your own, whether you can take that trip you dream about, whether you can live without depending on others. When your muscles fade, your independence fades. But when you fuel your muscles, you fuel your life. That is why today's message is so urgent, so full of hope, and so necessary for every man and woman over 60 who wants to live not just longer, but stronger. Now let us turn to the first of these powerful foods. It may surprise you because it is humble, cheap, and often overlooked. I'm talking about eggs. Yes, the simple egg that costs only a few cents is one of the most complete sources of protein you can eat. Inside its golden yolk and firm white lies a treasure of amino acids, those tiny building blocks that your muscles are hungry for. Studies show that the protein in eggs is more easily absorbed than in most other foods. That means your body, especially your aging body, can use it more effectively to repair and rebuild. Imagine starting your morning with a boiled egg or a vegetable omelet. That is not just breakfast. It is medicine for your muscles, fuel for your strength, and hope for your future. The second food is one many seniors already love, lentils and beans. These humble legumes are not only cheap, they are also packed with protein and fiber. They give you long-lasting energy while strengthening your muscles. A cup of cooked lentils provides around 18 grams of protein, almost as much as a chicken breast, but at a fraction of the cost. Lentils are also rich in iron, which keeps your blood strong, and folate, which protects your brain. In countries around the world, the oldest and healthiest seniors eat beans and lentils almost daily. It is no coincidence that they remain active well into their 80s and 90s. When you sit down to a warm bowl of lentil soup, you are not just eating, you are protecting your future self. The third food is one that may already be in your refrigerator, Greek yogurt. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained, which means it contains almost double the protein. A single cup can deliver 10 to 15 grams of muscle-building protein, along with calcium for your bones and probiotics for your digestion. And let us be honest, digestion matters as we age. Without good digestion, even the best foods go to waste. Greek yogurt ensures that your body not only gets protein but also absorbs it well. Pair it with berries, sprinkle some flax seeds, or enjoy it plain. It is simple, affordable, and one of the most powerful foods a senior can eat for strength. And so we begin to see the truth. Protein is not hard to find, it is not expensive, and it is not complicated. The foods I am naming are not rare, they are within your reach. But the key is consistency. One egg today will not change your life. One bowl of lentils tomorrow will not rebuild your body. But when you make these foods part of your daily routine, something magical happens. Slowly, steadily, your strength begins to return. You notice that standing up is easier. Walking feels lighter. Your hands grip with more power. These are the signs that your muscles are waking up, that your independence is returning, and that you are fighting back against the silent thief called sarcopenia. Before I move on to the remaining foods, let me emphasize something critical. Many seniors make the mistake of eating too little protein, thinking that because they are older, they do not need as much. But science has proven the opposite. Seniors actually need more protein than young people to maintain their muscle. Why? Because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein. That means we must give our muscles a steady supply, not just once a day, but spread throughout our meals. That is why these 7 foods are so powerful. They can easily fit into breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even snacks. Now, my friends, we have covered 3 foods so far: eggs, lentils, and Greek yogurt. Each one is simple, cheap, and life-changing. But there are 4 more to come, each with its own unique power, each with its own gift for your health and your muscles. And as we continue, I want you to imagine your future self. Not weaker, not slower, not dependent, but stronger, more confident, and more alive than you have been in years. Because that future is possible, and it begins with what you put on your plate. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already discovered the first 3 powerful protein-rich foods: eggs, lentils, and Greek yogurt. Each one is simple, affordable, and deeply nourishing for your aging muscles. But the journey is not complete yet, because there are still 4 more foods to uncover. These are the ones that complete the circle. The foods that will make your daily diet not just strong, but unshakably powerful. And once you add them into your routine, you will feel the difference not only in your muscles, but in your entire life. Let us continue this path of hope, strength, and transformation. The 4th food I want to bring to your attention is the humble peanut and peanut butter. Many seniors avoid peanuts because they think they are too fatty, but the truth is, peanuts are one of the cheapest sources of plant-based protein. Just 2 tablespoons of peanut butter give you around 8 grams of protein, along with healthy fats that protect your heart. Peanuts are also packed with magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle contractions and prevents painful cramps at night. Think about this. Instead of reaching for cookies or chips when you want a snack, a small spoon of peanut butter with a slice of apple can fuel your body with strength. And unlike expensive protein shakes, a jar of peanuts or peanut butter can last weeks without hurting your budget. It is comfort food with a hidden mission: to rebuild your muscles, 1 spoonful at a time. The 5th food may surprise you because of its simplicity: oats. For many seniors, oats are considered just a breakfast filler. But what most people do not know is that oats actually provide a steady dose of protein, combined with complex carbohydrates. A single cup of oats gives you 10 grams of protein and long-lasting energy that keeps your muscles fueled throughout the day. Unlike sugary cereals that spike your blood sugar, oats release energy slowly, helping your muscles repair while also keeping your brain sharp. Pair oats with milk or Greek yogurt, sprinkle some nuts, and suddenly you have a bowl that is not only delicious, but also a muscle-building powerhouse. Oats are also dirt cheap, making them one of the most affordable ways for seniors to invest in their health every morning. The 6th food on our list is chicken, particularly chicken breast. Now, I know that meat prices can sometimes go high, but when you compare the protein value of chicken to almost any other food, you realize it is still one of the most cost-effective sources. A small piece of chicken breast can provide more than 25 grams of high-quality protein in one meal. It is lean, it is versatile, and it is easily digestible for older adults. For seniors who struggle with chewing or digestion, chicken can be boiled, shredded, or cooked into soups and stews that are gentle yet powerful. Imagine a bowl of chicken and vegetable soup on a cool evening. That is not just comfort food, that is nourishment for your muscles, your bones, and your heart. Finally, we come to the seventh food, the food that ties it all together, cottage cheese. This is a classic that has been trusted for generations. Cottage cheese is cheap, rich in casein protein, and slow digesting. That means it keeps feeding your muscles for hours, even while you sleep. Think of it as overnight fuel for your body. Many seniors suffer from nighttime hunger or wake up weak in the morning. A small bowl of cottage cheese before bed can prevent muscle breakdown during the night and ensure you wake up stronger. And here is something truly inspiring. Studies show that seniors who eat dairy protein regularly have stronger bones and lower risk of falls. Cottage cheese is not just about muscles, it is about protecting your independence. So, there you have it, my friends. 7 simple, affordable, protein-packed foods. Eggs, lentils, Greek yogurt, peanuts, oats, chicken, and cottage cheese. None of them are exotic, none of them are expensive, and yet each one has the power to restore your strength. But before you rush to the kitchen, let me share something that matters even more than the foods themselves, how you use them. You see, eating protein is not about having one heavy meal. For seniors, the secret is balance. Spreading your protein intake across the day so that your muscles get a steady stream of fuel. Imagine a breakfast of oats with yogurt, a lunch of lentil soup with chicken, a snack of peanut butter on whole grain bread, and a dinner with eggs or cottage cheese. That is not luxury dining. That is practical, affordable strength training for your body. Let me take you into a story, a true-to-life example of what this can mean. There was a woman named Margaret, 68 years old, who felt her body betraying her. She used to love gardening, but bending down made her knees ache. She used to walk to the market, but she found herself stopping halfway, too tired to continue. Her doctor told her she had lost too much muscle and warned her that if she continued on the same path, she risked losing her independence. Margaret felt hopeless, but instead of giving up, she decided to make one small change. She began including these 7 protein-rich foods in her daily meals. She started simple: an egg for breakfast, lentil stew for lunch, yogurt with oats as a snack. Slowly, her energy returned. In just 3 months, she noticed she could carry her groceries again. After 6 months, she was back in her garden, kneeling, standing, and working the soil with joy. And 1 year later, she walked 5 miles with her granddaughter, with a smile that said, "I got my life back." That, my friends, is the power of protein. That is the hope I want you to carry with you today. Now let me return to you, the listener. Ask yourself, do you want to be weaker next year? Or do you want to be stronger? Do you want to depend on others, or do you want to depend on yourself? Do you want to live with fear, or do you want to live with freedom? The choice lies in your hands, and it begins with what you eat. You do not need money, luxury, or magic. You need consistency, commitment, and these 7 foods. Every bite you take can either steal your strength or return it. And the good news is, the foods that return it are not out of reach. They are already within your grasp. So let us bring it all together. Over 60 does not mean over life. It does not mean over strength. It does not mean over independence. It means you must choose wisely, eat smartly, and fuel your muscles daily. Eggs, lentils, yogurt, peanuts, oats, chicken, cottage cheese. These are your allies. These are your weapons. These are your bridge from weakness to power, from dependence to freedom. Do not let another day go by without fighting for your strength. Your body deserves it. Your future deserves it. And most of all, you deserve it. And now, my dear friends, if this message touched your heart, if it gave you knowledge and hope, I ask you for one thing. Stay connected with me so we can walk this path of strength together. Subscribe to my channel, The Senior Hub, share and comment. Let me know which of these 7 foods you will start adding to your meals today. Share your journey with me, because together we are stronger. Together we can fight back against muscle loss. And together we can live not just long, but strong.